So whenever I upload my videos, I always click the "this video is not for kids" button. But just in case there are any youngins out there who clicked on this video like, wow, a video about Minecraft squids! Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Squid Game is a show about, cold-blooded murder. Like, I'm obviously not going to be showing, bloody death scenes from the show, but just thought I'd let y'all know so that you aren't coming in unprepared. On with the video. So, it has been a while since I've done any command block things like this, but, I think I'll be able to get it done. I mean, I figured out how to give myself a command block, so that's a good start. In the Squid Game show, there are 6 games that the characters play through, and I would say out of the 6, 3 of them don't really make sense to do for this. So, we're just gonna do the other 3, which are red light, green light, tug of war, and jump on glass. I don't know, I haven't actually watched the show, so I don't know what they're called in the show, but that's what I'm gonna be calling them. Starting with red light, green light. The way this one works is there's like a big scary doll person who tells you red light, green light. When it's red light, you stop, and when it's green light, you go. But if you're moving when it's red light, you get shot. At first glance, I feel like that seems pretty easy, honestly. I'm just going to have a timer which counts between red light and green light, and then if you're moving during the red light, you die. But let's start with the timer part. I'm not cool enough to figure out how to make like the big fancy doll thing which shouts out the words, so I'm just gonna have, a big quote-unquote red light. Actually, right now the light is green, so that was just a straight-up lie. But when we turn this on, we should get a scoreboard counting up on the right side. It's probably, I think when it hits 100 is when it turns green, and then if we wait for like 10 seconds, I probably should have cut this out of the video, but it's fine because we're almost there. When it hits 300, it turns red, and then when it gets back to 100, it's back to green. Perfect. So now comes the part where we have to detect if the player is moving and kill them if they are. Now the obvious choice is to just check for player motion, and if it's not 0 or, close enough to 0, then you die. But here's the thing. Right now I have my motion being spammed to chat so you can see it. If I walk, it's still 0. Like if I jump up and fly around and drop down, it does stuff, but if I'm just running along the ground, it's completely still. I don't know why that is, but it means that we're going to have to find some other solution. And here's what I'm thinking we can do. I don't think it's actually going to be too complicated. Basically, when the light turns red, I'm going to have a little entity spawn at every single player. And then, if the player gets some distance away from that entity, they get shot. Alright, I want to give this a test here real quick. So if I turn on the timer, and let me first stand still, everything is a-okay. I just want to wait through the whole thing to make sure it's all right. But let's say I keep walking. Yeah, okay, I'm dead. Now to kill the players, rather than just straight up killing them with, /kill, I think it would be cool if they actually got shot. So I think we can summon an arrow like that. The other nice thing is you can actually straight up customize the damage an arrow does. So if I just put in like that, that did not quite work how I hoped it would, but I will figure it out. It was lowercase d damage. So literally just replacing the old tellraw command with that command. Now if we turn this on and run in, and okay, I'm in creative mode. There it is. I need to do something about the fact that it just constantly summons, though. It should only be summoning 1. Alright, one more time. I'm actually going to try to get all the way across. So if I flip this on and I start running, it is currently green. I'm not very good at that. I would be dead very quickly in the good old Squid Games. Okay, I'm going to give this one more try and then I'm going to give up because... Okay, I don't know how I didn't get killed there, but I'm going to go ahead and pull a move called I don't care. Okay, I'm scared. I don't want to push it. I'm so close, but I don't want to push it. Okay. And we're home free. Let's go. We made it. We beat Squid Games. Instant $10 billion or whatever it is. Next up is our good old friend, Tug of War. Now, the thing that's going to be hard about tic-tac-toe is that it's kind of inherent. Wait, this isn't tic-tac-toe at all. Now, the thing that's going to be hard about Tug of War is that it's kind of inherently a multiplayer game. It's not much use to just, tug against nothing. that doesn't really do anything. Because I'm in single player, I guess I'm going to be fighting against a zombie. So I'm going to be fighting against my friend Joseph here. He's going to be on that side. He's going to be pulling against me, and I'm going to be pulling against him. Specifically, here's how I'm thinking about it working with Joseph. Basically, if he walks backwards, I get pulled forward, and vice versa. But because he just kind of wanders around randomly, while one assumes I'll be walking straight backwards the whole time, I'm gonna give myself slowness so that it's a bit more of a struggle for me. But that's actually going to be kind of tricky, and it's a little hard to explain why it's going to be tricky, but here's the thing. What we're trying to do here is maintain a fixed distance between me and Joseph. You know, that's the rope. If the rope gets stretched from one of us walking backwards, then the other person needs to be pulled forward to maintain that distance. Here's the thing. Let's say I walk backwards, and now the rope distance is longer than it should be. Well, how does the game know that it was me walking backwards and not Joseph? Like, I could just as easily think that Joseph was walking backwards and that's why the rope distance got longer, and then just pull me back to where I started from. So I'm gonna have to pull some real shenanigans to make this work, but I think I'll be able to get it, I hope. Okay, so while I was working on this, I had an idea. And honestly, the idea might not work at all, but I thought it was worth a shot. So when I was thinking about it, right, I was trying to come up with these complicated ways to make it only teleport the right person. But then I thought, what if basically the player and the enemy took turns? So like one tick, it would be the player who gets teleported, and then the next tick, it would be the enemy who gets teleported. Now, the hope is that because a tick is a 20th of a second, it won't even feel like you're really taking turns at all. Like, it might feel a little bit stuttery at times, but it will hopefully be, you know, acceptable. And honestly, I don't know if that will be the case or not. So let's try it out. So if I just turn on the thing now, right? That feels good on my end. And then if we can get our friend Joseph to move. I don't know if he's trying to walk and he can't because it's broken, or if it's that he's just not walking. I'm gonna guess, based on the way that he's like turning around and stuff, that it's that he can't move. But let's find out. Okay, I am hopeful that this will work now. I made one simple change. It definitely feels stuttery, but like, honestly, it could be a whole lot worse. Can this guy move? He's kind of just jiggling. I think he's just... Oh, I'm definitely getting pushed. I think it's just he's rather slow. Okay, I've tried upping his speed and... Oh, yeah. Okay, now when he, like, moves, he's, like, actually moving. This definitely feels a little bit stuttery and weird. To be honest with you, I think it's probably better than any other solution I was gonna be able to come up with. And, you know, in the realm of making excuses for my mediocre products, this is like tug of war, right? Like, it feels kind of stuttery in tug of war. It feels like a real struggle, honestly. Which, I think is good. I'm gonna claim that that's good enough, even though it's somewhat janky. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. Okay, now it's time for the last game, which I'm actually most excited for. I don't actually have any idea. Wait, let me look it up. Okay, apparently it's just called Glass Stepping Stones in English. So, you know, I think my, whatever I called it, like glass jump or whatever is close enough. But I'm excited to make this one because it seems easy. And more so because it seems like I can actually do a good job with it. Not that I think I did a bad job with the other ones, just I think this one is going to be a lot easier to do a good job with. Now, I feel like this game here is a lot less straightforward than the other one, so it actually warrants some explanation, in case you haven't seen the show. Like, I haven't, actually. Basically, the way it works is you have a row of glass stretched out in front of you. And in each pair of glass stepping stones, I suppose, one of them can hold your weight, but the other will break. And it's random, so basically it's just luck. So you gotta jump and hope that it's the right one, and then you jump and hope that it's the right one, and then you jump and hope that it's the right one, and if it's not, oh no, you fall down to your death. So I think that this will be reasonably feasible to make, but, you know, we'll see. The way I'm planning on doing it is I'm going to have a little invisible entity on top of every single block. When the game starts, obviously all the glass will get reset, and a random entity out of each pair will be chosen to be the breaking one, because honestly, for the stable one, it doesn't matter. Then, if a player steps on one of the glass panes, which has a breaking one, it will break out from under their feet, and they die, so, you know, what an L. So, all of my entities are summoned in, which is very cool and very sick. So the first thing we have to do with this one is we have to set up a sort of start game set of command blocks, because unlike with the other ones, there's actually kind of a lot that needs to happen at the beginning of the game. I mean, it's not that much, it's only actually 3 command blocks worth, but we've got to basically replace all the broken glass panes, and we've got to set some new glass panes to break. Okay, I'm not quite certain about this, but I'm pretty sure that we can actually do the breaking the glass part with literally just one command block. I mean, all we have to do is just check to see if there's, an entity, which means that you break the glass, and if there is, then you break it. Yeah, that worked. The one thing I wanted to do is actually make like a sound when you do it and like make the particles, because right now you just kind of fall through, which is semi-lame. Strangely, I think we can just do this with /fill using the destroy method, which kind of, it's hard to explain, but it does exactly what we want it to do here, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. So yeah, I mean, like, honestly, that one, you can see why I was looking forward to it, because it's like exactly as it should be, and it was way easier than any of the other ones. Like, that one took me like 15 minutes to do. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this one time and in survival, okay, for the added spookiness. I'm feeling bad about that one. I don't want to do that one. I'm gonna go this way. Wow, I am so bad at this. See, like, normally when I finish making one of these creations, I like to do a playthrough of it at the end, but this is literally just RNG. There's, like, no way for me to do a playthrough. Okay, wow. I am now 3 in a row on losing. 4 in a row? Come on. If I break every single one, I will honestly be proud. Let's go. Okay, 3 more. Yes, okay, 2 more, 2 more. I missed. Come on, man. Come on. No! I was so close, dude. Well, I think honestly that's all there is to do for Squid Game here. So, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Before we end here, I just want to acknowledge real quick that, yeah, I've been posting, like, not at all lately. And that's due to a variety of factors, but the main one is that I am really, really busy. Like, I'm not going to bother you guys with what's going on, but I'll say that I will probably be able to start posting more around January 1st. So if you know what that means, then good for you. But if you don't, then that's fine. And I will hopefully be back to posting more in just a couple months. So again, thanks so much, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.